Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Mike from the Retirement Train Straight Talk, where I give you the simple truth every video from my perspective. All right, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button before and you're new to the channel, if you like what you hear today, please do so. It helps the algorithm and so forth. So anyway, before I get into today's presentation, but if you heard my last video, I've been having some problems with my sciatic. I tell you, it goes back to my point to you, about a week ago, about age and aging. You could be the healthiest person in the world a week ago. Before you know it, boom, something pops up like it did to me. And now something else is popping up with the back and so forth. So I'm taking it easy. I'm going to the chiropractor. He pops my back like a piece of cardboard. But all is good. I feel a little bit better. Still not corrected. I'm trying to get it done before I head overseas for 2.5 months. So I'm pretty busy there twice a week. In any case, it's not always easy getting older. You can manage it, but that's about it. All right. Today, if you do these 4 basic things, you'll achieve 100% financial success. Just from my opinion. Because some of it's common sense. It's not that simple. It sounds simple, but you got to make an effort. And I'll break them down 1 through 4. Number 1, you got to have a savings/investment plan. You got to have it. Years prior, you got to start it. You can't wake up one morning at age 55 and you want to retire at 57. Expect it to happen unless you got a strong pension and so forth. And if you don't have an investment plan, you might have a 401k, but if there's no plan for it, you got to understand how to take the money from these accounts and which accounts and what sequence, et cetera, right? That's 1. Number 2, you should have a written budget and live on this budget at least a year prior to retirement to see if you're successful. See if you can actually do it. You may have to modify it somewhat, right? Because I'm going to tell you, when you get in retirement, some things are going to have to be modified. Those of you in retirement right now, you know what I'm talking about. You don't walk out that door without spending something. You're not working anymore, more time on your hands. You're doing things you always wanted to do, and nothing's free in life. Unless if you walk to the park or something. But you know what I mean in the gist of things, right? It costs money to live. It costs money to do things. Hobbies are expensive. So something to think about. Number 3, very important here, probably the most important. Get rid of all high interest loans, i.e. credit cards. If you're paying student loans, if you're paying for your children, your grandchildren, whatever, get off it, man. At least 1 year prior to retirement, because that gives you some freedom. It's better if you can do 5 years prior, but it gives you freedom to save some money. Okay? And I'll add something to that. If you can, I'd probably stop contributing to my if you have a 401k. If you don't have a lot of cash saved, I'd probably stop contributing to my 401k at least a year to 2 years prior to retirement. Why do I say that? Well, yeah, you're not going to get the matching. Yeah, it may be a little bit more taxes that particular year, but boy, the amount of savings, especially if you were packing it away, if you can save that money in cash a year prior, that would be great. Cash is king, and you're going to need it. Things happen all the time. You don't want to dip into your 401k right away, especially if you're not of age. If you're, less than 59 and a half and you don't fall into the 55-year rule, that's a problem. You need cash. And cash is always good to have on hand. So think about that one. So that's number 1. Number 3 rather. But number 1, having savings and investment plan. Number 2, have a written budget and live on it at least 1 year prior. See if you can modify it. If things are fine, that may be your jolt bolt right there, ready to go, right? Number 3, get rid of all high interest debt, credit cards, student loans, whatever you got going on, okay? Number 4, basic thing, live on less than what you make. If you do those 4 things there, I'm certain you'll have a 100% success rate. I had one lady, or one person, I'm not sure if it was a lady or a man, but I thought it was a female. And she said, hey, not everybody has the same opportunity and doesn't make a lot of money, so a lot of this stuff you're talking about, it's not that simple. Well, let me tell you something. I know plenty of folks that have made $50,000 a year and are probably millionaires today. In fact, I know they are. I know 2 of them that are millionaires today. It's not always how much you make, it's how much you keep. This person lived way below their means, no new car every year, didn't live in a fancy $500,000, $700,000 home. Well, I should say now that's probably average. But, didn't live in a multi-million-dollar home, right? Couldn't afford it. Drove 10-year-old cars, 15-year-old cars or older. Kids didn't go to, all these fancy colleges they went to, and they paid a lot of their own way. Some got scholarships, right? State colleges. One was in the military, wasn't very high ranking, E6. Not a very big pension. I can tell you that right now. But besides the pension, they're also millionaires. Why? They thought about it. They always lived on less than what they made, obviously, and they put as much away as they could, and they sacrificed. Now, some may say you only live so long, but, well, heck, if you can sacrifice to age 50, these people were 52 when they retired. Kind of young for me, but at 55, they're millionaires. That's pretty impressive. It's not easy, but you can do it. A lot of folks do it. You just don't hear about it. We hear about a lot of people who have a lot of money doing a lot of fancy things, and I'll get into that in 1 minute. So it's not always what you make, it's what you keep. And I should be doing better for myself as well. So I'm just not preaching to the choir. I'm here to tell you that I need to learn to be better at managing my money in retirement. When you have a larger budget, sometimes you get sloppy. All right? You heard my saga plenty of times. If you haven't, well, go down through my videos and you'll see. But I wasted a lot of money in my first 2 years in retirement. Getting smarter now, getting wiser. In fact, this is my 4th year in retirement. As of December 1st, it was 4 years. So, and I see that our recent culture expects quick success and flashy investments. What do I mean by that? Well, everything is instantaneous today. You look at all online stuff, right? You got X, you got Facebook, all these other avenues where people expect to see things and they watch videos that tell them you can be millionaires by doing X, Y, and Z very, very fast. It's not really true. Okay? It's not really true. And flashy investments. When I was young, sure, I wouldn't call it flashy, but I put some shaky investments. Didn't work out. I'll tell you this through experience, right? For the last, 40-something years I've been investing. History tells us something different. History says that the boring blue chip investments always seem to work. Now, there's AI now. It's a different environment. I get it. But it's not going to build that quick. AI will build that quick, but the investments might not. Okay? There's a lot that goes into it. Understand that. The Magnificent Seven is great. They all are great. Some of them in there are great stocks. Microsoft, Amazon. Some people say Tesla. But I'm not saying that's your best answer. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you advice. But I can tell you this. If you get a good sturdy ETF, for instance, I don't know, I'll just throw it out there, an S&P 500 ETF. It probably has most of the Magnificent Seven in it. If you would have left that in there 30 years ago, you would have beat the market. You'd be a millionaire today, depending on how much you put in monthly. Dollar cost averaging always wins. You're not playing the market. You're letting it ride when it's up and it's down. That's when you make your money. putting it all in the safety bin might not be the smartest thing to do. But I can't tell you what to do, depending on how your age, how old you are, and what you're invested in matters. Time matters, right? People my age and older, 65 and up, maybe they don't have as much time. So they would have had to made their money a little bit earlier and played the goal. The tortoise always seems to win over the long run. You might not have 30 years to invest. So you got to be smart. Maybe it's conservatism that's important to you. Maybe it's sleeping at night that's better. But I'll tell you this, if you stick to those 4 basic principles, right? Having a savings plan, right? A written budget, living on, so you know for sure if you can do it, all high interest credit card debt should be gone. You can't live like that in retirement. You just can't do it. Got to pay them off at the end of the month. That's what I do. That's all I can tell you is what I do. Is it challenging sometimes? Yeah, maybe. Sure. But you got to use your head. You got to be level-headed when you retire. The riskiness should be gone already. That stuff, get it out of your system. I'm not saying don't invest. That's where you make your most money in investment. It's been a proven factor over 100 years in the stock market. It's what you invest in that's important. Fly-by-night stocks may not make it. Okay? Don't expect miracles overnight in retirement. Lastly, I'll say this. You hear so much about financial independence so early, and everybody wants to be financially independent right away. Here's my view on it. Take it or leave it. Flip the channel. Financial independence does not mean wealthy in retirement. It's just simple as that. It means once your investment/savings meets your own personal lifestyle, you have reached your financial independence. Okay, no miracle there. You do you. Don't try to impress anybody. Live on your means and your goals. Okay? You've won the race, that means. If you've reached your financial independence, you've won the race. Remember that. There's no hurry or don't need to do anything else. If it meets your goals and you're happy, all your goals, what you want to do in retirement, whatever you have there, it meets it, you've won the race. The rest is all gravy. Well, that's all I got today. I hope this helped you. That's just my tip from my perspective. Y'all take care and God bless. And wake up, America. It's going to get tough sometimes. Hang in there. God bless.